Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be doing a camera review of the latest flagship level smartphone from OnePlus in India, the OnePlus 9RT. So OnePlus launched the 9 Pro and 9R last year, and this year starting OnePlus has launched the successor to the OnePlus 9R, the OnePlus 9RT with a triple camera setup. So let's see how good the camera experience is on the OnePlus 9RT in this detailed camera review. Before getting into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So before getting into the camera samples, let's first have a look at the camera hardware offered. In terms of camera hardware, the OnePlus 9RT comes with the 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor with f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization is included. There is a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a third 2 megapixel macro sensor is also included. The front camera is a 16 megapixel Sony IMX471 sensor with f2.45 aperture. So let's see how the camera performance is for this price segment. In terms of daylight condition, the 50 megapixel sensor does a good job in bringing details. The colors are also quite good and saturation levels are controlled. Even the sky colors looks quite okay and they're mostly natural looking, although at times there is a slight color boosting happening. The sharpness levels are quite okay, but there is still room for improvement. As you can see that the images are in sharp for this price segment, especially when you pixel peep. The dynamic range is once again good. OnePlus has stepped up their camera algorithm with the 9 Pro and the OnePlus 9, but still the 9R had an average camera. But this has improved with the OnePlus 9RT. In terms of daylight conditions, the overall quality is definitely better than the last year's OnePlus 9R. Now the 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera does a good job in maintaining the details and colors are almost as good as the primary sensor, and sharpness levels are also quite good for the 16 megapixel shooter. Overall, the ultra wide angle camera is quite usable and works pretty well on the OnePlus 9RT. Now moving on to the close-up shots, the phone comes with pretty good imaging capabilities and colors are once again quite good and does not oversaturate. The sharpness levels are quite okay too. The phone does come with a 2 megapixel macro sensor and the performance is subpar. This is nowhere close to what the competition offers and the results are underwhelming. It lacks details and noise levels are also evident. Now moving on to portraits, the image from the OnePlus 9RT came out good and details are good and the skin tones are also pretty well done. The sharpness levels are once again adequate and the edge detection seems to be pretty good. We particularly liked how the skin tone were reproduced on the OnePlus 9RT portrait images. Next up, the low light captures. The low light performance of OnePlus 9RT is quite okay. Under indoor lighting conditions, the results are quite good and the OIS helps in good results too. When light drops further and when night mode is turned on, the images have good details, but the sharpness levels could have been definitely better, especially for the price segment of 40k and above. The noise levels are also slightly evident when you pixel peep. Even with optical image stabilization, the results are not class leading in the night mode. Finally, the selfie camera. The 16 megapixel selfie camera does produce good selfies. Once again, we like the skin tones of the selfies and colors looks good too, with good dynamic range as well. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on the images shown. The phone also has portrait mode for selfies. Here it does an average job in edge detection as it fails to detect the edges properly. Now moving on to the video recording, the phone can record 4K at 60 fps with stabilization. The 4K footage looks sufficiently sharp, has quite a good amount of detail and nice contrast too. The stabilization is also quite good for the price segment. There is also 4K at 30 fps offered again with stabilization. The phone also supports 1080p resolution at 60 fps. Once again, the video quality looks good and the stabilization is also offered. Once again, the colors are good in the video recording. The 1080p at 30 fps supports stabilization. Here the quality is once again pretty good. The colors are good with good details, and overall we like the video recording on the OnePlus 9 RT. The phone also supports slow motion and the quality is quite okay. This is the dual video mode on the OnePlus 9 RT, so you can set the dual video mode. You can record using both the rear and the front cameras. You can change the layout, but the layout has to be fixed before starting the recording. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the OnePlus 9 RT, which can record videos in 1080p resolution, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the videos and also the audio output from this video recording. So that is a detailed camera review of the OnePlus 9 RT. So summing up, the camera on the OnePlus 9 RT has improved by leaps and bounds compared to the OnePlus 9R and has a lot of positives too. With good daylight shots, portraits, ultrawide and decent low light and good video recording, this is definitely a good package in the camera department. But having said that, there are areas of improvement and OnePlus still needs to put in an effort to step up the camera game, as the competition offers better cameras in this price segment. So that was our review of the OnePlus 9 RT's camera. So what do you guys think about the camera? Do share in your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with a detailed camera review of the OnePlus 9 RT. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.